So, Australia has just dropped this massive new blueprint for its future with artificial intelligence. And this isn't just another policy paper. We're talking about a plan that involves billions in investment and could completely reshape the way you work. So, what's actually inside? Let's break it all down.
First things first, let's talk about the money, because this isn't just some government dream. The private sector is already all in. In 2024 alone, a whopping $700 million in private capital has poured into Australian AI companies. And that, right there, sends a huge signal that the market sees some serious potential down under.
But it's not just the big corporations driving this. Everyday Australians are jumping on board too. In fact, if you adjust for population, Australia ranks third in the entire world for using consumer AI tools. That tells you the public is ready for this, they're eager to embrace this new tech. And all this enthusiasm, it's already shaking up the job market in a big way. The demand for workers who have AI skills has tripled since 2015. This isn't some far-off trend. It's happening right now, and it's a huge reason why this national plan was even created in the first place.
Okay, so how is the government actually planning to handle all this? Here's the roadmap for what we're going to cover. We'll kick off with why this is Australia's big AI moment. Then we'll break down the government's three-part vision, capturing the opportunity, spreading the benefits, and of course, keeping everyone safe.
So let's start with the context. Why this plan? And why roll it out right now? What exactly makes this Australia's big AI moment?
Well, the first thing you got to understand is that this plan isn't about building something from scratch. Australia is already a major player in the AI game. It produces almost 2% of the world's AI research and is home to over 1,500 AI companies. The goal here is really to coordinate and supercharge an ecosystem that's already booming.
So, they've got this strong foundation. How are they going to build on it? Well, the core strategy is what they're calling a plan for everyone, and it's all built around a really clear three-part vision. You can really boil the entire plan down to these three key steps. And there's a logic to it, right? First, you capture the huge economic and tech opportunities. Then, you make sure those benefits get spread out widely across the country. And third, and this is so important, you build a foundation of safety and trust while you do it. And if you want to know the philosophy driving all this quote from the minister's foreword really says it all. By grounding the plan in fairness, inclusion, and opportunity, they're signaling that success isn't just about the bottom line. It's about how well the benefits are shared and how they tackle any potential unfairness. All right, let's dive into that first pillar, capturing the AI opportunity. This is all about laying the groundwork, building the digital and physical infrastructure that a top-tier AI ecosystem absolutely needs to succeed. And when we talk about groundwork, we are talking about some serious hardware. I mean, just look at these numbers. The scale of recent investment is just staggering. Microsoft's putting in $5 billion, Amazon a mind-blowing $20 billion, and Firmus over $4.5 billion. This is the raw computing horsepower that's going to fuel AI development right there on Australian soil. But look, it's not just about rolling out the red carpet for the global tech giants. The plan is just as focused on growing Australia's own talent. And this includes real practical steps, like creating a secure Gov AI platform for the public service, launching an AI accelerator to help turn cool research into actual products, and making direct investments, like the $32 million going to Harrison AI, a company using AI to totally change medical diagnostics. Okay, so once that infrastructure is in place, we get to the second big piece of the puzzle, spreading AI's benefits. This is where the focus shifts from the machines to the people, making sure this huge technological leap actually works for everybody. And this is where it gets real for most of us, right? I mean, beyond all the policy talk and big investments, how is this AI stuff actually going to change our day-to-day lives, our jobs? Well, the plan is pretty upfront about this being a double-edged sword. On one side, you have incredible potential for productivity boosts and way better services. But on the other, you've got some serious risks, like bias creeping into decisions, more surveillance, and workers losing their autonomy. The goal is to manage that balance really, really carefully. And hey, this isn't just theory. Check out this real-world example from the not-for-profit sector. The InfoChange AI learning community helped boost participants' confidence with AI by 70% and their skills by 30%. It's a perfect example of spreading these benefits way beyond the usual tech circles. Which brings us to the third and, you could argue, the most important pillar of all, keeping Australians safe. Because, let's face it, without public trust, none of the other stuff is even possible.
And the challenge here is huge. The risks we're seeing with AI, from biased algorithms and massive privacy breaches to the insane spread of disinformation, are evolving faster than anyone can keep up with. So the rules have to be just as nimble.
So what's the government's big answer to this problem? It's the creation of the Australian AI Safety Institute, or ASSI for short. The easiest way to think of it is as a national watchdog, a dedicated team whose entire job is to monitor, test, and get the word out about AI risks as soon as they pop up.
So what's it actually going to do? Well, its mission is pretty comprehensive. It's going to be proactive, watching for risks and stress testing new AI models. It's going to be collaborative, working with regulators and partners around the world. And, most importantly, it's going to be responsive, telling the government when to step in and how to act to prevent harm.
So there you have it, the 3 core pillars of the plan. But this technology doesn't stand still for a second. So what comes next on Australia's AI journey? I think the most important thing to remember here is that this plan isn't set in stone. The government's been really clear that this is just the beginning. It's designed to be a living, breathing framework, one that can change and adapt right alongside the technology itself. And that really brings us to the final big question. The strategy's on the table, the money's flowing, and the new institutes are being set up. With all those pieces now moving, what kind of future is Australia actually going to choose to build with all this incredible new power?